target cycle is a functionality in RuneScape that allows you to obtain a target through a key press rather than with your mouse. It's split into target cycle forwards and target cycle backwards, which will select the closest or furthest monster from you respectively, each with their own keybind. Once you've acquired the target, you'll need to activate an ability to get going. This might sound like a slippery slope into manual combat, but I promise you it doesn't have to be. Let's start with regular old combat training. For non-aggressive monsters, most of the active work you'll be doing is tracking the next target with your mouse while you wait for your current kill to finish. Target cycle eliminates the need for this entirely. Here I am, killing greater demons, using target cycle and an ability with each new kill. If you attempt to use an ability that's on cooldown, you'll end up standing around like a chump until it's ready, which could be some time depending on the ability. But knowing when all your abilities are coming off cooldown is for nerds who use manual, so let's try and avoid that. You can generally expect your abilities with short cooldowns to be off cooldown at any given time. It's in their nature. So, target cycling with them is good. We can go a step further and remove them from our revolution bar entirely. This means that beyond the first activation, they won't be getting used and you won't be waiting for them to be ready. That's exactly what I did for the 200 hours I spent at Blue Dragons getting 99 prayer on my free-to-play Iron Man. Dazing Shot has a 5.4 second cooldown, meaning it can be used every 3 abilities. I've moved it off my revo bar and bound it to the key next to target cycle. I tap B and M in tandem with each new kill over and over again, and the mouse is freed up to cremate bones on the fire as I go. This example focuses on two-handed ranged. For dual wield, Needle Strike would be the equivalent recommendation. Of course, the other styles have their own ideal candidates for your target cycle ability too. Here, I'm killing Angus with Sonic Wave removed from my action bar. Since a recent update, you can use it with either dual wield or two-handed loadouts. For melee, Sever is a strong choice. I can use my Silverlight Sword to dispatch greater demons with ease and not a single mouse movement. For each style, I'm sticking my powerful threshold abilities at the start, followed by an assortment of basic abilities. As long as you follow this pattern, you can't go far wrong. Under normal circumstances, you have to see the monster to be able to engage it. It will spawn on one tick and you can click it on the next. Target cycle, however, will allow you to start attacking monsters on the very tick they spawn. If you're just training, you probably don't care about only one tick. But if you're going for fast boss kills, maybe you do. Unfortunately, you can't spam target cycle over and over again without available targets unless your character is moving. So you'll have to work out the exact tick that the boss spawns, which is generally 20 ticks after you first enter the instance. Here, I used Slaughter. Counting out those 20 ticks in your head is kind of hard, so I use Prayer Drain as a tick counter. I enter the lair, that's 1 tick. I turn on prayers instantly, and allow for my prayers to tick down 18 times, taking us to tick 19, with the boss spawning on the next tick. At this point, I'll use target cycle and an ability. The prayer debuff icon is telling me that my prayer drains at 4.6 points per tick. 18 ticks of drain is 83 points. Subtracting that from my total prayer points gives 907. It's a bit of a mathsy solution to a simple problem, but I know that every time my prayer points hit 907, I'm ready to go. You can do a similar calculation to work out what number you should be target cycling on. Curses and stored abilities can also be unleashed in this first tick to further improve your kill times. This is particularly potent when using magic, as Detonate can be charged up and released alongside another ability for massive instant damage. Against the giant mole, I always use target cycle, curse, detonate, and wild magic all in 1 tick to start a kill. Speaking to the irons in my audience, one of the primary motivations for using target cycle will be the reduced use of ammunition, since things like arrows can be a costly bottleneck in your progression. When I first start attacking normally, I do 2 hits of damage, despite only using 1 ability. Why is this? The first hit is an auto attack. This is what uses up ammunition, not the abilities themselves. Assuming there's no gaps in my revo bar, I can keep going forever without using any arrows or runes. I find this most useful against the Chaos Elemental. Target cycling as soon as it spawns allows me to do very long trips without concerning myself with how many rune bolts I have left. Target cycle can be applied to great effect in scenarios where movement is important while attacking multiple targets, particularly in dungeoneering. As you traverse rooms, you'll need to clear all the monsters to pass through guardian doors, but stopping to attack each target can slow you down. The combination of target cycle, an ability, and then clicking on your destination, all in one tick, can losslessly deal damage without breaking your stride. Once the target is acquired, you can continue to use an ability and click to keep going without the need to target cycle again. You might remember me saying I use B for target cycle. I can rest my thumb here while placing my other fingers on the number keys to activate other abilities. Constant manual activation like this isn't for everyone and does take some learning, but the improvement to your dungeoneering experience rate is certainly not negligible. That concludes my argument for why you should care about target cycle. With your mouse no longer clicking on monsters, you can now use it to smash that like and subscribe.